So what I really wanted to talk to you about today is a usage of they that is a little bit, it's kind of a hidden usage. It's not something that you hear about in a lot of English courses. And this usage of they is when we are talking about someone as in the third person singular who is unknown to us. I'm going to repeat that. Someone that we're talking about in the third person singular who is unknown to us. So what does that mean? So the reason that I thought of it is this came up in a class today, and what it was one question in our workbook said, let's see, let me remember what the question was. The question was, what does your friend or wife or husband like to do? What does your friend or husband or wife like to do? Okay, so that was the first question. So then they answered, my friend likes to, and then they said. So, and then the second question was where, the second question of the workbook was where this question came up. The second question of the workbook was, where do they like to do it? Where do they like to do it? And the question was, why can it be they if we're talking about one person? Shouldn't it be where does he, where does she, where does it? If it's third person singular, it should be one of those. Obviously, if it's a person, you're not going to call it it unless you really don't like the person. But you probably shouldn't even if you don't like the person. So what happens? What happens is when I created those questions, the first question, I didn't know if it was going to be their friend and that friend was a boy or that friend was a girl. I didn't know if it was going to be their husband. I didn't know if it was going to be their wife. So what ends up happening in the next question then, because I'm referring in the third person singular to someone who is unknown to me, then I can use they. So what do they, that person from the previous question who is unknown to me, what do they, or where in this case, where do they like to do that thing that the person answered before? So that's the important thing. This is something that shows fluency. These little tricks, these little almost hidden usages. This is almost a hidden usage of they that, for the most part, only fluent people know about this. Because it's something that is not, you don't see all the time, and it's something that doesn't come up all the time. So there you go. That's the little bit hidden usage of they that can be used when you're talking about third person singular. So if you have any questions about that, go ahead and ask. Let's see who else is here. We have Carla, Emmanuel. Hey, Emmanuel. Oh, okay. So is it? So Carla, in the group on your WhatsApp, it's Emanuele, and then I think your guy, right? Your I don't know, boyfriend, husband, whatever it is. So this is Carla and Emmanuel, or just which one of you is it? Is basically my question. That was a little bit hard for me to spit out. João Vitor's here. What's up, João Vitor? Who likes Flamengo? Katya says, some people asked me why there was a they in the third question. They couldn't figure out what that meant. So there you go. That could be. And the third question, I'm not sure. Are you talking about in the online course, Kach? Are you talking about something else in the third question? I'm a little bit lost on that one because I probably should know. Jackson's here. Jackson Delmacio. I'm sorry, I've just killed your name, I know. Hello to you too. Hi, Iracema's here. Ida! Is this the first time you've been? Ida, the the question challenge, the 3-question challenge. I didn't even notice that it has they. See, there you go. I used it, and I didn't even know that I had used it. So yes, that would be they, because when I said that, the person was unknown to me, and so I used they, referring to that, even though it's in the singular. So the other thing is that you can also, when you're referring to people that you don't know, you can also use they. It's not going to change if it's plural or if it's singular when it's someone who is unknown to you in that situation. Thanks, Katya, for bringing that up. That's a good point. So all of you that have seen, I'll put, after I get done here, up and to the right, I will put the link to the 3-question challenge. That is for all of my students and everyone. Actually, it's for everyone in the world. Why limit it to my students? Everyone is invited to do the 3-question challenge. So if you can, I'll put, like I said, after I get done here, when I get a chance, I'll put that link up and to the right so that you can see the video that talks about the 3 questions, what those 3 questions are. And what I would like to invite you to do is to make a video. It doesn't matter how little you know of English, how much you know of English. If you're native, non-native, I've got a couple of native people. One for sure, Momtown. Hopefully she'll watch this. She's been watching our videos during SSS Veda, which is Vlog Every Day in August. So if she's already signed on, she's accepted the challenge, she's going to do it. Double D is the other one I was talking about. He's another native. Welcome, Double D. Good to see you here again. He also, I believe, Double D, tell me if I'm wrong, you're going to make a video, right? I'd love to see you make a video. Katya sent me her video today, and it is amazing. Again, I didn't think she could do better than the video that she made in April for Vlog Every Day in April, but she did, and it is amazing. Katya, I really believe that Katya missed her calling in life. I think she was supposed to either be a TV journalist or a TV presenter or something, because we have an expression, she knocked the ball out of the park. She knocked it out of the park. You guys, I'm so excited to show her yours. Apollo did his. He did a good job too. And so I've got 2. That's what I've got so far. I want to put out more than 2, guys. I want to have at least 5. So help me out. Ida, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for your video. Where's your video, girl? Show us some go out somewhere in Spain and go to work and show us where you work, or go on the street in Spain and do your 3 questions. I think that would be cool. Find somebody and just say, hey, can I ask you 3 questions in English? I don't know, that would probably be weird, but it might be fun. Jackson says, Del Mascio is Anne. I think you mean Anne, Italian name. My grandfather's Italian. Chio sounds like Kio. Ah, there you go. Del Maschio. Am I saying it right now, Jackson? Tell me. I don't want to say it wrong. People say my name wrong all the time. Yeah, my name is Willie, like Free Willy. But everybody calls me William or Wheel or all these different things. I mean, it's not hard. It's Free Willy. It's Willie. That's right. You guys think that's easy, right? Okay, so if you have any more questions, let me know. If you have any questions in general, that wraps up what I wanted to talk about they tonight. I've got probably about 10 minutes before my next class starts, so I'll give you about 5 minutes. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask. I talked about we're trying to get together to do a day of immersion, of English immersion. We're still working on that. It's probably not going to work out to be the 7th of September holiday like we were hoping. Apollo says, thanks to explain. I think you mean, Apollo, thanks for explaining. Remember, every time we have a preposition and then it's followed by a verb, that verb needs to be in the gerund, in the ing. So thanks for explaining, thanks for going, thanks for being a friend, thanks for any of those verbs after a preposition are going to be in the gerund. So thanks for explaining is, I believe, what you meant there. If you haven't liked this video, please, if you haven't liked this video, please, no. If you haven't liked this video yet, please like it now. I'll go about 2 more minutes. If anybody has any questions, jump in now before I end it, I guess, basically, is what I'm getting at there. So, what else can I tell you? So I talked about the 3-question challenge, talked about the immersion. The online course, we're still testing it, and the way it's going, we may be testing it until 2020. No, I wish that was a joke. No, it is a joke, a little bit. Okay. That's going to do it for me. Thank you guys once again for being here. It's always fun, and when somebody is behind the camera watching me, I always do a better job, so I might actually hire someone. If any of you that live in Palmas want me to hire you for like 5 reais an hour to come sit behind the couch, that's why this video was better than the other ones, because I'm kind of what we call a show-off, which means I do better when there are people around because I like to perform. I'm a Leo. Leo is leão in Portuguese, so I'm a Leo, so that if you know me at all, then you know that will explain a lot if you believe in that kind of stuff, which I don't really believe in that kind of stuff, but it seems to fit for some reason. All right, as I said, that's going to do it. Thank you guys for being here. Please come join us in our WhatsApp groups, our WhatsApp English practice groups. We now have 4. I'll put the link up and above to one of the videos about one of those groups. We have the Speaking English, which is only in voice messages that you need to apply for to be part of. The second, we have the Advanced. We have the I'm looking at the messages now and getting distracted. We have the so Advanced, Intermediate, and Basic. The Basic, you can speak Portuguese. The Intermediate is 90% English. The Advanced is 100% English. Let's get those, just before I leave, let's get those last questions. Jackson asked, there, and there are pronounced the same way. Very good question. In American English, when we speak with the natural cadence, there, and there have the same pronunciation. If you have perfect diction, then you should pronounce especially there, the contraction of they are differently. But what happens is, and this in my class, I always give the example of they're there at their house. They're there at their house. When you say it all at once, it ends up sounding like the same sound, but you're saying eles estão lá na casa deles. They're there at their house. But the sound is as the same as there, like over there. So yes, they do. Now, if you listen to each of those words individually, if you look them up on Google or do something like that, you will hear a difference in the diction and in the pronunciation. You will hear a slight difference in them. However, when you run them together, then it ends up, in most cases, sounding the same. Last question. No, two more questions, because there are two more here. Ira, teacher, give us a sentence with of they. Do you mean use they in a sentence? I did that earlier. They. Do you really mean of they? I think you mean of them, because if it's of, generally it's going to be them, because it's going to be the object at the end of the sentence. So for example, I am jealous of them. I am jealous of them. So what happens is, remember, they is the subject. If they is at the beginning of the sentence, then it's they. If you want to use they, but it's towards the end of the sentence after the verb, then you're going to use them, which is the object pronoun. Ira, they'll going, no, not they'll going, they're going. Or they'll be going to New York. Or you would say they're going to New York. They are going to New York, because of the connection between the verb to be and the gerund. Okay, last question. Tarantine, explain to us the sounds thought, though, and throughout. That is a topic for another video, because I have about 2 minutes before my class, and it's going to take at least 10 to get through that one. So send me a message. Who is that? Tarantine. Tarantine, send me send me an email. Send me an email to profwillybrasil@gmail.com. Profwillybrasil, Willy com Y, Brasil com S, Brasil, at gmail.com. Send me a message. Remind me to do a live stream about that. That's one that I'm considering doing a full video, an edited video about, but I probably won't, because I don't have a lot of time. So I'll probably do a live stream about it. But let me know. Remind me again, Tarantine, about it. And or even remind me in the group. But if you remind me in the group, I'll probably forget after you remind me, because I have a really bad memory. And that's kind of the way it goes. Okay, that's going to do it. Irasema says, thanks, you're welcome. Irasema says, very nice class. Thanks, teacher. You're welcome. Ira, again. Jackson said, thanks a lot. You are amazing.